It's been a while since I've done a live commentary, especially on this game, but I did this video because, you know, Second Assault DLC has come out now. It's come out exactly today, and I wanted to show a few of the gameplays of like the Levolution that's going to be in the maps. And obviously everybody knows that it's the Battlefield 3 maps that have come back, like Gulf of Oman, Operation Metro, Operation Firestorm, and Caspian Border. Now here's a few of the clips that I got on. This is, yeah, Operation Firestorm. I tried to power slide underneath that thing, failed, but I still managed to get under there, so that's pretty cool. This is one of the Levolutions. I don't think it's the main Levolution, but it's definitely one of the Levolutions where you can blow up the crane by detonating one of those IED type things, like you can get on the Oman railway, except this one actually blows up the crane, which is pretty cool. And it's kind of useful because I didn't realise this right now, but at the time, I was on hardcore, so this was very useful for me because I could like pretty much just like create a pathway for me to get across this open field and be able to take out all the snipers on the other side. So that was pretty cool. I like that little evolution there. I do believe though that Levolution should count towards whoever gets caught up in the aftermath of it, but they haven't brought that in yet. For the Caspian Border, I'm pretty sure, I'm not entirely sure. Not Caspian Border, this is Operation Firestorm. Sorry for that. For Operation Firestorm, I think there's something to do with these like little yellow like pipes all designated around the map. And somebody's told me that like pretty much all of the like if you shoot all the pipes, then the main pipe that runs through the map like blows up. I'm not entirely sure. I've seen the trailer, but I can't remember seeing it in the trailer, and I haven't seen any Xbox One or Xbox 360 footage of it. So this is like pretty much what like my first gameplay of it. Really, that's all I could ever really show. I'm using the AS Val gun. If you've already realized, it's a really good gun. It shoots like 900 rounds per minute, something like that. And because I was on hardcore, it made it even better because I could pick off from long range. It was pretty epic. One of the cool things and all about the Levolution is that like where you can see that fire right now, that's where like one of the little like yellow pipes were, and you simply shoot it and it'll blow up. I don't think yeah, you can shoot it actually. I think you need to use like an RPG, but I'm not entirely sure. I think you can use bullets. But once it blows up, it kind of leaves like a trail of fire around you, which kind of helps me in this situation as I'm like stuck and pinned down by a bunch of tanks. So I can simply just like stay behind you. They can't really see me because obviously they're just covered in flames, but I can see them, which is really useful because like there's snipers on that mountain and all, which I tried to take out, but I failed miserably. But yeah, I got a bit of cover with this fire everywhere, which is pretty cool because I felt like the fire like I always used to use the instant air grenades in this game to actually not like so much kill people, but to mainly like create like a diversion for me to go around. This is another bit of Levolution. I don't know if it's major, but above that, if you can see in the top of the screen, there's like 4 little pipes that shoot out all different directions of like fireballs. So if there's any like camping snipers up there, you can simply just toast them, which is pretty cool. I like that anyway. But this map from Battlefield 3 has definitely had a upgrade in the details department. As you can see, like there's so much like to do and there's so much to see in this map now, and there's so much Levolution. I do believe that this is like one of the biggest Levolution maps on there. Caspian Border now, it doesn't look any different from what it looks like. It looks like it's more autumn, if anything, maybe yeah, more autumn, but it does look pretty cool. You can see the radio tower there, it's been moved. It's a bit different, it's been retextured and everything, but it's still the old radio tower type thing. And one big thing I noticed as I was driving down this road was that there's a massive wall in the way, as you can see there. And it's like I don't even know what it's there for. I understand that all of the games have like their name and then 2014 at the end of it, but I don't exactly know why there's a massive wall there. But it's really cool because it allows it means that there's like, I feel like people who are going to be playing like fun maps, like people who want to just play for fun and like create different game modes, I feel like this would be a really good map because like you can like have one defending team. I feel like this would be a really good map for Rush because you could have a defending team all across the top of the wall while they have everything else. However, the ball is destructible, as you can see there, but I don't see if that's an issue. I think it's fair that it is destructible. Now onto the beacon, which I'm not beacon, yeah, beacon, the radio tower. I sped it up here because it is huge and it takes forever to get up. I didn't even realise I was to the top when I got up this part of the ladder, but it is very big. and I didn't realise how big it was until I really got to the top. But it's really cool tower. I think I'm not entirely sure, but I've lost track. I'm sorry, but like at the top of this, they give you a sniper at the top of this. They're just pretty much asking, you know what, you camp here, you do whatever the hell you want. And I haven't put it in here yet, but like the few guys try to come up, and I just like literally had to like spray them because they can't do anything, because pretty much the entire tower is made out of ladder, and if anybody's attempting to come up, you're perfectly fine up there. One of the cool things is this is the Levolution. The beacon comes down, kind of like the one from Battlefield 3, except there's a lot more destruction involved this time. It destroys a bit of the wall, which is pretty cool, because then it means you can have a diversion into the map on the other side now. Because I'm not entirely sure if there's another entrance on that side. Probably is, but I haven't seen it. With the beacon, it does solve the sniper problem, because if everyone was sniping up there, which they probably will be, because they did it on Battlefield 3, it does sort that problem, which is pretty fun. And it also, I can't remember what flag it is now, but C flag. Yeah, I know it says on them. D flag. It also gives you another way shortcut up into the D flag, which is pretty cool, because it's always difficult to get up there, especially when there's tanks to get up there, from what I can remember from Battlefield 3. So this is pretty good. I like this one. It's one of my favourite maps out of the 4, I think. I'm not entirely sure yet. I've only played like an hour of it so far, so I'm not entirely sure, but the maps are good. This part was pretty funny, I found, because like I was gonna go all like, I don't know, like epic style out here, but no, I just completely failed and just blew up right in front of me. I thought the walls were destructible, but no. Onto Operation Metro now, and one of the first things I noticed here was that I was stumbling everywhere, and I like noticed that the ceiling has completely collapsed from below me, which is pretty cool. I didn't exactly know what was happening at the time, but then I slowly gathered up the information, and I noticed that there's like these sticks, as you can see on the screen right there, that they're holding up the ceiling. And as that guy shot me, they just completely like broke and collapsed, and the ceiling collapsed on me again. So I was thinking maybe this is a part of the Levolution, because I did see in the trailer that the ceiling comes down, and then like according to some people, like the whole map floods. I'm not entirely sure. So I tested it out, and yes, the ceiling does come down. But like, my teammate is not.
Thanks for almost killing me, Gil.
I don't know how the hell he got my name mixed up with Gil as his Gimli, but I'm not entirely sure. This is another Levolution part where you can turn on the lights in this hallway, because this hallway was major popular in Battlefield 3. And I think having these, having the lights being able to turn off really makes it a lot more interesting, because you can't see a thing in there. As you'll see in the clip next, you cannot see a thing. Like you can see maybe the bullets, like the light of the lasers, obviously, and flashlights, which is kind of a detriment in that matter, because you can see them but they can't see you type thing. But like that guy there, you can't see him, but until I obviously zoom in. But I couldn't see him at all until he popped around the corner after the death, after the lights were about to get turned on. But I saw nothing of him. Another good thing for these poles, that you can shoot them, and it pretty much like gives a bit of dust. I use that to my advantage of being able to get to different places, because I've been shot so many times coming around that corner. But having those poles there really helps out, because like you can pretty much just shoot down all the poles in the map, and be able to like maybe navigate your way around the map and not be seen, pretty much, because the dust is like uproad and they won't be able to see you through it. I don't think so. I didn't have any issues with it anyway. So for Operation Metro entirely, I think it's a really clustered map altogether. There's a lot of explosions going on, and I don't particularly like this map. It's one of these, but that's my opinion. Yours is probably different. This is Gulf of Oman, which I never played on the Battlefield 3, because I never had premium for Battlefield 3, but it definitely looks really cool, and I'm not entirely sure what it was like on Battlefield 3, but I guess from what I can see here, it looks pretty amazing. And this is like the biggest Levolution out of the 4 of them, where you have a giant sandstorm. Now I'm pretty sure everyone who's going to be watching this video has seen the trailer, and the trailer pretty much showcases the majority of the sandstorm, and here's me from like helicopter point of view. And when I was watching the trailer, I was thinking like, maybe it's not that big, maybe it doesn't look that good, but it's insanely huge. The storm is insane. Now this is me going into the Viper when the storm has like come onto the island and everything, and it is really blizzardous. I'm not entirely sure if it affects the planes, because I did feel like there was some sort of turbulence, and I know that sounds really realistic for a game like this, but I did feel like there was jolting. Whether that was me lagging around in the server, I'm not entirely sure, but I did feel bobbing up and down and swaying side to side a bit different, so I don't know if it doesn't help that out. But one of the main things I also found out about this being with a sandstorm is the fact that the ground can't see you. I can barely see the ground. I wouldn't be able to see any of those infantry, nor like the IFV that I shot there. You wouldn't see any of them if it wasn't for the if they weren't marked anyway. But luckily enough, I can mark them until obviously I can't judge the ground because the dust is just too bad. So you really got to be like up your game when this happens. Now that I'm on the ground, this is where it gets like pretty hectic and all, because I can't see anything. I can just about see that jet, and then it just disappears. I can't see it. I have to I can just about see its afterburners, and that is about it. The same with the helicopter there. You can just about see that helicopter. If I never caught it at the corner of my eye, I wouldn't have seen it. But it is. And another thing, I like to lock on to my targets, and I like to spot the targets, because like obviously you get 25 points. It doesn't sound a lot, but when it adds up, it adds up. But when I'm playing, whether they were like really close to me or really far away from me, I always have to spot them. But when the dust storm is there, it stops you from doing that. You can't spot, whether you can see them or not, and they're right in front of your face. You can't spot, which is difficult for somebody like me, because now I have to look at I'm like a person who likes to look at my minimap. But I can't do that now, which is pretty difficult, because I like to know where my team is, where the enemy are at all time, every time. But I can't do that when the sandstorm's here. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people agree with me that this is going to be difficult. But I think that's what the game should be about. It should be stretching like players like me to the limit on what they're not comfortable on playing with. And so I know it sounds a bit weird, but you know. I just get owned here. I don't know what I did. I got out of the tank and I just pretty much just got owned by a repair tool. But oh well, I don't care. It was funny. I don't know what else to say right now, but but yeah. I'm liking the Levolutions. I've spoken to a few people in the games and they're not liking it right now, but I don't see why. The game's pretty cool. The DLC is pretty cool even, and they've also brought back the Amtrak, which is cool. I didn't realize that they brought it back, but I've heard that they was on Gulf of Oman before and they brought it back on this one, so I'm glad they have. And I think it'd be really funny to see some people put these in elevators and push people off, you know. But that's about all I have for you guys. For the review and everything on the Levolution. Sadly, I didn't find the Levolution for Operation Metro, but I'm liking the other Levolutions. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you want to leave a like, favorite if you want to favorite, and subscribe if you want to subscribe for more videos. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.